I am Melissa Avila's Rump.
We are the cast of Chorus Line, and we just wanted to say,
have a good morning, Port Richmond! Cheers on! Cheers on! Cheers
Good morning, Port Richmond. I'm Alexia Garcia, and I'm here to give you a sneak peek of our fall musical, A Chorus Line, and what you expect to see. A Chorus Line is a 1975 musical that tells the story of a group of dancers auditioning for a Broadway musical. The musical is based on the real-life stories of Broadway performers and celebrates the unsung heroes of musical theater. The musical is a complex fusion of song, dance, and drama, and is considered a classic. It features heartfelt monologues, choreography, and beloved musical numbers. It opened on Broadway at the Newport Theatre on July 25, 1975. It had a total of 6,137 performances on Broadway, closing on April 28, 1990. For a time, it held the record for the longest-running musical in history. It was eventually revived in 2006 at the Sherwood Schofield Theatre and ran for 759 performances before it closed again. In its runs, A Chorus Line won a Pulitzer Prize for Drama, 9 Tony Awards including Best Musical, Score, and Book, and the New York Drama Critics Circle Award. Some of my fellow Good Morning Port Richmond and Port Profiles crew members were in the show. I was able to ask them, other cast members and staff members about the show and the roles they do in it. Let's see what they have to say. Why did you choose to do this musical?
This is one of my top 3 favorite musicals, and nobody else does it. So Robert and I kind of looked at each other and we thought about it, and we hemmed and hawed back and forth and said, you know what, we can do it. And that's what happened. It's one of my favorites. It's one of his favorites. It's a classic, and we love it.
How similar and different are you to your character?
I think I'm very similar to Zach. Zach is this tough guy. He has a rough exterior, and he likes to act like he's got no vulnerability. But later on in the show, in Act 2, you kind of see that his vulnerabilities break out.
You usually sing with the jazz band. This is your first time performing on stage with the school musical. How is it different?
I'd say it's like I get to hear a lot of different voices and a lot of different ways of singing, and jazz and musical theater are 2 very different genres. So singing with jazz is like my more comfortable vocal range, while musical theater is like more of something I'm practicing, but it's helping me with my voice a lot, and it's really fun.
What's your favorite part about your role?
My favorite part about being Greg is how big he is. He's just got such a great personality, and it shows through everything he says.
What's your favorite part of the show to do?
Give me the ball. I just love that number. It's so fun.
What was the hardest part about this role?
I'd say the hardest part was probably nothing really musically. It was definitely my monologue, just because it was so many lines, and I had to deliver a sense of emotion to something I've never experienced, and I had to basically identify as someone else that I wasn't.
How similar and different are you to your character?
Me and Sheila are actually both Leos, and in the show Sheila has a very hard time portraying her emotions, and I feel a lot of the times I'm like that too, because I'm really a hard shell to open. One difference would probably be Sheila sometimes can come off as like a mean girl, and I'm like really not that. I try to be as positive and light as I can be.
What's your favorite part about your role?
I think my favorite part about my role is the fact that I get to play a very eccentric character on stage. He's kind of insane in what he does and what he says, and he has some of the funniest lines throughout the whole show. But throughout the whole monologue, you kind of see how he was just an insane person growing up and how he still kind of is a crazy person on stage. And it's fun to play a character that's very like out there and eccentric.
Why did you want to be Cassie?
Well, I've been dancing since I'm 3 years old, and I'm 16 now. And my grandmother's my dance teacher, my mother's a dance teacher, my aunt's a dance teacher. My entire life has been dancing. And Cassie doesn't know what else to do other than dance. And all she wants to do is dance. It's what she loves and what she wants to do. And it's what I love and what I want to do. So I can relate to Cassie.
What has been the biggest challenge for you with this role?
Honestly, probably just like believing that I could like do it and like do the dancing and the singing, because he has a very high voice and my voice is not as high as his. But other than that, it's been pretty simple and pretty straightforward for me.
How do you feel about this being your last fall musical?
I mean, it's bittersweet, but I'm proud of all the growth that I've had throughout the years.
How is choreographing this show different from shows you choreographed in the past?
This show's a lot different because it has such famous choreography attached to it. So it was hard to find the balance between what's the kids' abilities and what I can make my own. So I kept not a lot, but I would say I kept like half and half of the original choreography, taught it to the kids, and then half of it was mine.
What was your favorite scene to choreograph?
I like to laugh. I mean, I do love montage because that's all me. I love montage. But I do love choreographing to like little funny numbers that are like not dance numbers. So I love sing because it's like funny, but it's just like little dings and little hits that you hit within the song that make it like a little perfect bow on top of it.
What was the hardest song for you to teach the kids?
Probably the finale, and the one rehearsal is just, it's so much complex harmony. So there's a lot of difficulties in teaching that, making it really sound great.
What is your favorite song from the show?
I love What I Did for Love. That's my favorite of all time.
What I did for love. Look, my eyes are dry.
I really couldn't hear which note was lower or was
higher,
which is why I disappear if someone says, let's start a
choir.
Hey, when I begin a
shriek,
is there concertina
squeak,
and a quiver or a
moan.
It's a little like a
croak
with a record player,
croak,
but it doesn't have it.
Tone
Up the steep and very narrow stairway. It was in paradise.
It was in paradise.
Was in paradise, but it was home.
Too young to take over, too old to ignore. Gee, I'm almost ready. But what for? There's a lot I am not certain of. So I went, yes I went. So I'm gonna be the kindergarten teacher. I learned suddenly nobody else will do. You know you'll never be lonely with you know. One moment in your presence, and you can't forget the rest. For the girl who second best to none.
This show is so much fun. You could get your tickets for $5 at the Echo store or at the door. Our students made this iconic show their own. Keep up with us at PRHS activities or PRHS Theater Company. Anything related to CMPR, #CMPR. I'm Alexia Gotcha, and have a good morning, Port Richmond.
Keep up with us on social media at PRHS Activities. Use #GMPR.
We are the cast of Chorus Line, and we just wanted to say,
have a good morning, Port Richmond. She's on, she's on, she's
Good morning, Port Richmond. I'm Alexia Gotcha, and I'm here to give you a sneak peek of our fall musical, A Chorus Line, and what you expect to see. A Chorus Line is a 1975 musical that tells the story of a group of dancers auditioning for a Broadway musical. The musical is based on the real-life stories of Broadway performers and celebrates the unsung heroes of musical theater. The musical is a complex fusion of song, dance, and drama, and is considered a classic. It features heartfelt monologues, choreography, and beloved musical numbers. It opened on Broadway at the Newport Theater on July 25, 1975. It had a total of 6,137 performances on Broadway, closing on April 28, 1990. For a time, it held the record for the longest-running musical in history. It was eventually revived In 2006, Chancellor showed field theatre and ran for 759 performances before it closed again. In its runs, a chorus line won a Pulitzer Prize for Drama, 9 Tony Awards including Best Musical, Score, and Book, and the New York Drama Critics Circle Award. Some of my fellow Good Morning Port Richmond and Port Profiles crew members were in the show. I was able to ask them, other cast members, and staff members about the show and the roles they do in it.
Chorus line. You may be wondering why we're having an opening night on a Wednesday as opposed to Thursday. That's because we have parent-teacher conference tomorrow, but we are also having more shows on Friday and 2 on Saturday. We want to thank you so much for coming out to support the Port Richmond High School Theater Company under the direction of Miss Joanne Walsh-Lopes and Mr. Robert Wilday. Please give a nice round of applause to our Port Richmond High School Chorus Line Pit Orchestra under the direction of Mr. Scarano. We ask if you could please refrain from getting up during the middle of a number and walking in the middle of the auditorium for bathroom breaks and whatnot. We also have some raffles and baskets that we're raffling off to support our Performing Arts Academy tonight as well, and some other great stuff that we're going to be doing throughout the night and throughout the weekend. Some Chorus Line t-shirts are also on sale, and our Chorus Line Good Morning Port Richmond, thanks to our awesome media students, is officially up for your viewing, which will be emailed to you this weekend. Now, without further ado, I'm going to ask that the chandeliers go off, please. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a Chorus Line. This is a Chorus Line. Thank you, Mr. Curran. Right.
I think I've got it.
My Jewish name is Rachmel Leben Yakov Meyer Beckenstein. And my professional name is Gregory Gardner. Very East Side, and I don't deny it. I'm 32.
Cassie? Zach, can I talk to you for a minute, please?
Sure, why not? Go ahead.
I meant privately.
Not right now, Cassie. I'm running about an hour behind.
I know, I understand. But
Next!
My name is Sheila Bryant. Really, Sarah Rosemary Bryant, which I really hate. I was born in Colorado Springs, Colorado, and I'm gonna be 30 real soon. And I'm real glad.
My name is Robert Charles Joseph Henry Mills III. That's my real name too. I come from upstate New York in a small town near Buffalo. I can't remember its name. I blocked it out. I was born 25 years ago.
My name is Phoebe Bensenheimer, and I know I gotta change it. I'm 22, and I come from Boston, and here I am.
my name is Judy Turner.
My real name, though, is Lana Turner.
No, I'm just kidding. It's always been Judy Turner, and I'm 26. Oh, and I'm from El Paso, Texas.
Good. Next.
My name is Richie Walters. I'm 27. I was born on a full moon in Hercules, Missouri, and I'm black.
I'm Alan DeLuca. I'm 30, and I come from the Bronx.
I'm Christine Urick, really Christine Evelyn Urick, and I'll be 23 on September 1.
Tell me where you're from.
Oh, I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. Oh, and my married name is DeLuca.
Oh my God, I didn't know, Al. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Next, please.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, I'm Valerie Clark. But my parents think I'm Margaret Mary Houlihan. Couldn't you just die? Anyways, I come from the middle of nowhere, a little town called Arlington, Vermont. Bye-bye.
How old are you?
Oh, no, 26, 5.
Mark Anthony. Really, Mark Philip Lawrence Savory. Tempe, Arizona, I'm 20.
Oh, jeez.
And if I get the show, I'll work real hard.
Oh, brother. Don't let that be.
Paul San Marco. It's my stage name. My real name is Ethan Ramirez. I was born in Spanish Harlem, and I'm 27.
My name is Diana Morales, and I didn't change it because I figured ethnic was in. 27, you got that? And I was born on a Hollywood bed in the Bronx.
Well, go on, Diana.
Go on. What? Oh, you don't know how tall I am? Oh, my eyes are how many shows I've done. I just gave you my picture. Everything you need to know is right there.
I know. I'll tell you what's not on it.
Like, what?
Why don't you talk about yourself?
Talk about what?
Why don't you tell me about the Bronx?
What's to tell about the Bronx? It's uptown and to the right.
What did you do there?
In the Bronx. Mostly waiting to get out.
What made you swing dancing?
Who knows? I have rhythm. I'm Puerto Rican. I've always jumped around in dance. Hey, do you want to know if I can act? Give me a scene to read. I'll act. I'll perform. But I just can't talk. Please, I'm too nervous.
Then relax.
Listen, I really don't mind talking, but I just can't be the first. Please?
You want this job, don't you, Diana?
Well, sure, I want the job.
Well, all right, Diana. Back in line, please.
4 and 4.
44? No, 4 and 4.
4 boys and 4 girls.
Need any women?
Okay, Michelle, I'll start with you.
Me? Don't you want to start at the end?
No, I'll start with you. And relax.
I could, if you started at the end. What do you want to know?
What do you want to tell me?
I'd like to tell you to start at the end. I can't think of a thing.
Well, yes, you can. Why did you start your thing?
Oh, because my sister did. See, I come from this big Italian family. My grandmother would always be hanging out the window, leaning on the little pillow. Because that's what Italian grandmothers do, hang out windows. I was a plastic girl. I was an actress. At least that's what my sister told me. Oh, that was the sister Rosalie. She was the one who started taking dance lessons. My mother would always take her every Saturday, and she would take me along. I liked going.
How old were you?
4. I'd sit there all perky. I'm watching Cisco hit a cat. Said, I could do that. I could do that. Feel better, he said right off the bat. Said, I could do that. I could do that. What is this window dance class? I grabbed her shoes and tights, you know. My foot's too small, so I took the shoes and socks. Run 7 blocks, nothing flat. I could do that. I could do that. I got and handmade, and so I stayed the rest of my life. All things said, now I'm married back. That I can do. I can do that. And then everybody started calling me Twinkle Toes. Nah, figured let them say what they want.
I don't buy that one bit, Michelle.
Well, sure it bothered me. I didn't want anybody calling me Twinkle Toes just because I took a couple of dance lessons.
All right, Michelle, back in line, please. Bobby, your turn.
Well, actually, I don't know how I turned out as heavenly as I did. You see, when I was 5, I was playing jacks and the car fell on my head.
Bobby, are we going to do a whole routine now?
No, moving along, moving right along. Well, let's see. Do you want all the wonderful and amazing things that have happened in my life? Or do you want the truth?
I think I'll take the truth.
Well, I come from this quasi-middle, upper-middle family type home. I could never figure out which. But it was real boring. I mean, we had money, but no taste. You know that kind of house with extra turned out in the patio? That's mine. Mine was the strange one.
How strange.
Real strange. I used to want to give garage recitals. And it was all recitals. This one time I was doing Frankenstein as a musicale. And I straight painted this kid silver. All over. They had to rush him to the hospital because he had that thing where your pores can't breathe. I don't know. Luckily he lived because I didn't spray paint the soles of his feet and what if I'm next? What if I'm next? What am I gonna do? I haven't got a clue. I've gotta think of something. What does he want? What does he want? Stories from the past. I better find one fast. What should I say? What can I tell him? And as I got older, I just kept getting stranger and stranger. I used to go down to this busy intersection near my house at rush hour and direct traffic. I just wanted to see if I anybody would notice me. Oh, that's when I started breaking into people's houses. I wouldn't steal anything, I just rearranged their furniture and... School? You want to hear about school? Well, I went to be a shit. I was the type of kid that was always getting slammed in the lockers, not just by the students, the teachers too. Oh, in sports, I hated sports. Hated sports. Sports is a big thing. I mean, it was John City out there. But see, I didn't make one team. I couldn't catch a ball and an Elvis swivel on it. And when my father, the big ex-football hero, he was so disappointed and... And my mother kept saying, if you don't stop setting your brother on fire, we're going to have to send you away.
Hey, Bobby, back in line, please. Sheila?
Yes? Do you want me?
Yes?
He wants me.
To talk, Sheila.
Right. What do you want to know about me first?
Why are you in this business?
Well, I wanted to be a prima ballerina because, oh, that light. What color is that? Do you have anything softer?
Don't worry about the lights, Sheila. Just talk, please.
Well, like I said, I wanted to be a prima ballerina because my mother was a ballerina until my father made her give it up.
Sheila, come downstage, please. Closer.
Can I sit in your lap?
You always come on like this.
No. Sometimes I'm aggressive. Actually, I'm a Leo.
What's that supposed to be?
It means the other 11 months of the year have to watch out. I'm very strong.
Maybe a little too strong.
Am I doing something you don't like? You told me to be myself.
Just bring it down.
Bring what down?
Your attitude. Tell me about your parents.
My parents.
Your That's alright. Just take a minute and pull yourself together, Christine.
For her, this is together.
He's right. But anyway, I always knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to be like all those people in the movies. Only it's funny. I never wanted to be Ann Miller. I wanted to be Doris Day. Except I had this little
Problem.
see, I really couldn't sing. I could never really sing. What I could do was I had trouble with the notes. It was all over my ears and terrifying. See, I really couldn't hear which note was lower or was higher, which is why I disappeared and someone said, let's start over. And when I make a shriek, squeak, moan, it's a little like a crow with a purple hair and doesn't have it.
Three-blind mice.
Three-blind mice. It isn't intentional.
She's doing her best. Jingle bells, jingle bells.
Jingle bells, jingle bells. It really blows my mind.
She gets the press.
But when I lack the pitch, I sure and all my friends say that I am perfect for the shower. Still, I'm dripping out of dance. When I begin to show, I think it's a little twirl. And when Christmas comes and all my it is so disheartening. It is so disquieting. It is so discouraged. So at least not answer. See, I really couldn't. I could never really. What I couldn't do was.
Okay, Christine, back in line, please. Mark, your turn, please.
Well, I get the feeling that most of you always knew what you wanted to do. Me, I was just a kid for a while. Oh, that one day my father had this fabulous library at the house. And it was about 11, I guess. I found this medical textbook book. It had pictures of the male and female anatomy. Well, I thought that was great. I used to read that book a lot.
Are you really interested in the medicine or were you just into the pictures?
No, I
So excited because I'm going to be going to the High School of Performing Arts. I mean, I was dying to be a serious actress. Anyway, we're in the auditorium and the teacher, Mr. Park. Anyway, he puts us up on the stage with our legs around each other, one in the back of the other. And he says, okay, we're going to be doing improvisations. Now, you're on a bobsled. It's snowing out, and it's cold. Okay, go. Jesus Christ! This man is nothing!
Come on, Alexa.
You want to say something?
I wrote in my notes, yes, Marvin! The drop!
Just gonna try it. Well, we got a couple of new ones though.
What?
Everyone, I am Melissa Aviles Ramos, Chancellor of New York City Public Schools, and I want to say good morning, Port Richmond.
Good morning, Port Richmond. I'm Nikki Guercia.
I'm Julia Amon. I'm Hadiza Jain.
I'm Tyler Manto, in for Justin Volks.
Kicking things off, I heard our theater department has been working extremely hard on our upcoming fall musical, A Chorus Line.
Aren't you guys in that?
Yeah, me and Nikki both are. You should definitely all come see it November 20th and 22nd at 7 p.m. and the 23rd at 2 and 7 p.m. for just $5.
As this being my last fall musical, I'm making sure I do the absolute best I can as a senior, but you'll hear more about that in our special next week.
On the topic of seniors, senior photos took place throughout last week, but don't worry, if you missed it or had a bad hair day, you'll have the chance to retake them later in January.
Earlier this month, we held our annual open house to give the incoming freshmen a glimpse of our school. I wonder what programs they like.
I can't wait to see how many decide to come here.
I wish I went to more open houses. I could have gone to another school. What would you guys have done if I didn't go here?
Oh, we'll be just fine.
Okay.
Back to the topic of veterans, I bet you guys don't know the 6 branches of the military.
Actually, I do. Marine Corps, Navy, Air Force, Space Force, Coast Guard.
The Army.
And the Army.
With Halloween ending, November is the month where we honor our past loved ones.
With a large Hispanic community in the school, Marvin Carrion will take an inside look of how we celebrate it here.
Good morning, Persian. I'm Marvin Carrion, and November 2nd is a very special day for the Mexican community. It's Dia de los Muertos, otherwise known as Day of the Dead. And you may or may not know a lot about this holiday, but why don't we find out more about this day? Let's go check it out. The Day of the Dead is a multi-day annual holiday celebrated by Hispanic and Latino communities. Families celebrate the lives of those who passed on by setting up altars. Altars include a picture of the deceased, their favorite drinks, and food. They also add cempasúchil. They are marigold flowers which are said to guide the dead back home. People also celebrate it by sharing gifts with friends and family. People give sugar skulls and pan de muerto. How do you personally celebrate Dia de los Muertos?
I go to my family's house and we go to our altar. Instead of being sad over their death, we celebrate them and hoping that they can hear how much we miss them.
Why does your family celebrate Dia de los Muertos?
We like to celebrate the Dia de los Muertos to remember the loved ones who've passed away, as well for the younger generation who's never met them before. We like to tell them stories so they can also remember them as well.
So what do you know about Day of the Dead?
Well, I know that people celebrate it to celebrate their dead loved ones, and I think that's really beautiful, to celebrate their life and not, be upset about the fact that they're gone.
Now that we know how people celebrate this special occasion, why don't we ask Ms. Randazzo how Port Richmond celebrates this? Could you tell us how long it took you to set up the ofrendas?
It took us about 2 days. We placed pictures of some historical figures that have had an impact on our culture, like Frida Kahlo, Selena Quintanilla, and Vicente Fernandez. We also had the cempasúchil flowers, which are orange flowers that became a symbol of the Day of the Dead. We also have the velitas, which is the candles. They light up the path for the dead. We placed papers inside of the jarrito drink to represent the popular drink in Latin America. We also placed some of the favorite foods for the dead, like tamales, pan de Dia de Muerto, which is the Day of the Dead bread, and some fruits. We also have calaverita de azúcar, which is candy skulls, and they represent the sweetness within the sadness of the dead.
How did students help with the bulletin boards?
They helped by creating projects and creating their own mini ofrendas. They also decorated and colored the skulls that are very colorful and completed the story of what Dia de los Muertos is about.
The Day of the Dead means a lot to me and my Mexican community, and I'm glad Port Richmond is able to celebrate it. Well, that's all for today. I'm Marvin Carry-On, and have a good morning, Port Richmond.
It's very interesting to learn about the Day of the Dead.
It's good to learn about other cultures represented in our school.
Speaking of interesting, here in Port Richmond, we got a visit from the new public school chancellor, Melissa Aviez Ramos. Let's kick it over to Denon Kapagay to get an inside scoop.
Good morning, Port Richmond. I'm Denon Kapagay. Recently, we welcomed the Chancellor of all NYC City Schools, Melissa Aviez Ramos, into Port Richmond High School. While on her visit, she was able to see the strides and hard work Port Richmond puts in for the success of its students. I was able to sit down and ask her a few questions. Let's take a look at what she has to say.
What are your views on Port Richmond after visiting the school?
I think this is an incredible school community. It feels extremely warm and welcoming. The students look happy and ready to learn. It looks like you have a great relationship with your teachers and your administrators. As someone who has a high school background, I can pick these things up right away. So as soon as I walked into school, I knew this was the real deal.
What are your plans for NYC schools?
3 things, 3 commitments. One is overall wellness and safety for every single one of our students. Another one is to make sure that teachers feel supported and have all the resources that they need to do the jobs well for you guys. And the third one is family empowerment, to make sure that we're working with your families as partners on all the decisions that impact you.
Would you encourage local 8th graders to come see Port Richmond High School?
100%. I think this is a wonderful school that has so many things to offer, and I think 8th graders should check it out because they'd be lucky to be able to come to a school like this.
Spending the day with Chancellor Ramos allowed me an insight into her priorities in improving more diverse learning in NYC City schools. My name is Denon Kapagay, and have a good morning, Port Richmond.
I like that we were one of the first schools that she visited in the state. I shook her hand.
Thank you for letting us know that.
Anyway, our JROTC program is only one of the amazing programs that we have here at Port. As we're focusing on veterans this episode, we highlighted the program to show how much they do, and we have our very own Manny Abween taking us through the program.
Good morning, Port Richmond. My name is Manny Abween, and in honor of Veterans Day, we are shedding the spotlight on the JROTC program and ask the staff and students on how they enjoy what they do and how it benefits their futures.
I enjoy that we are able to grow as a whole in the community.
I think one of the major benefits of being in JROTC is that you get to experience all these new places and meet so much new unique people.
Do you enjoy the program itself?
I really do. I really like all of the aspects of it. I love the community, I love the classes, I love just being in class and learning. It's really one of my favorite experiences so far in my life.
And what inspires you most to be part of the JROTC program?
The people who inspire me most is my parents. They always wanted me to have a better future, and through JROTC they've known that it teaches you discipline and teaches you morals that not other teachers or classes teach you.
My name is Cadet Evelyn Ibanez.
Right. And what are your first impressions as a freshman going to the JROTC program?
It was really overwhelming at first because I'm not really used to getting out of my comfort zone, but being in the program, it has really helped me a lot.
Do people that take part in this program have to be part of a military or faction after they graduate high school?
Absolutely not. We have said it numerous times. Being part of the JROTC, you are not automatically enrolled or enlisted into the Army, the Navy, the Marines, or any of the forces.
What made you take part in this program?
Great question. I heard about this program approximately 3 years ago, and I felt it was very motivating.
Hello, everyone. I am Melissa Aviez Ramos, Chancellor of New York City Public Schools, and I want to say good morning, Port Richmond.
Sensation, every little step he takes. One thrilling combination, every move that he makes. One smile and suddenly nobody else will do. You know you'll never be lonely with you know one moment in his presence and you can't forget the rest. For the guy is second best to none. Son, ooh, sigh, give him your attention. Do I really have to mention he's the one. She walks into a room and you know
She's uncommonly rare, very unique, peripatetic, poetic, and chic.
she walks into a room and you know from her manly poise, effortless whirl, she's a special girl strolling. Can't help all of her qualities extolling. Loaded with charisma is my jauntily sauntering Emily Chandler. She walks into a room and you know you must shuffle along, join the parade. She's a quintessence of making the grade. This is what you call traveling. Oh, stretch your stuff, can't get enough of her. Love her. I'm a son of a gun, she is one of a kind. One singular sensation, heavenly veils, she takes.
Peripatetic, poetic, and chic.
One
She walks into the
rhythmic combination, every move that she makes.
She's a special girl, strong.
One smile and suddenly nobody else will
help
do.
All of her qualities extol.
You know you'll never be lonely with you know one. Moment in the presence and the love for the rest.
Contestants are making the grade.
For the girl is second best to none. Singular sensation, every little step she takes. One thrilling combination, every move that she makes. One smile and suddenly nobody else will do. You know you'll never be lonely with you know one moment in her presence and you can't forget the rest. For the girl is second best to none. Son, ooh, sigh, give her your attention. Do I really have to mention she's on, she's on, she's singular sensation, every little step he takes. One thrilling combination, every move that he makes. One smile and suddenly nobody else will do. You know you'll never be lonely with one moment in his presence, and you can't forget the rest. For the guy is second best to none. Son, ooh, sigh, give him your attention. Do I really have to mention he's the one? She walks into a room and you know
She's uncommonly rare, very unique, peripatetic, poetic, and chic.
She walks into a room and you know from her manly poise, effortless world, she's a special girl strolling. Can't help all of her qualities extolling. Loaded with charisma is my jauntily sauntering Emily Chancellor. She walks into a room and you know you must shuffle along, join the parade. She's the quintessence of making the grade. This is what you call traveling. Oh, stretch your stuff, can't get enough of her. Love her. I'm a son of a gun, she is one of a kind. One singular sensation, heavenly veils, very unique, peripatetic, poetic, and chic. One
She walks into a room and you know
combination,
every
every move that she makes.
She's a special girl stroll.
One smile and suddenly nobody else will
help
do.
All of her qualities extol.
You know you'll never be lonely with you know one.
And you know you must travel along, join the parade. She's the quintessence of making the grade.
For the girl is second best to none. Son, ooh, son, give her your attention. Do I really have to mention she's one singular sensation, every little step she takes. One thrilling combination, every move that she makes. One smile and suddenly nobody else will do. You know you'll never be lonely with you know one moment in her presence, and you can't forget the rest. For the girl is second best to none. Son, ooh, sigh, give her your attention. Do I really have to mention she's on, she's on, she's singular sensation, every little step he takes. One thrilling combination, every move that he makes. One smile and suddenly nobody else will do. You know you'll never be lonely with you know one moment in his presence, and you can't forget the rest. For the guy is second best to none. Son, ooh, son, give him your attention. Do I really have to mention he's the one? She walks into a room and you know
She's uncommonly rare, very unique, peripatetic, poetic, and chic.
She walks into a room and you know from her manly poise, effortless world, she's a special girl strolling. Can't help all of her qualities extolling. Loaded with charisma is my jauntily sauntering Emily Chancellor. She walks into a room and you know you must shuffle along, join the parade. She's a quintessence of making the grade. This is what you call traveling. Oh, strut your stuff, can't get enough of her. Love her. I'm a son of a gun, she is one of a kind. One singular sensation, heavenly veils, she takes.
Peripatetic, poetic, and chic.
One
She walks into
Bill, you'll see all the names of individual staff and family members, but we'd also like to give a huge thank you to our three largest contributing sponsors. First and foremost, our partnership with NICED, our community partner, New York Center for Interpersonal Development. Thank you, NICED. We also wish to thank the Sephershayan family of the Joseph Inc. Foundation for supporting our programs for now 2 years strong. Thank you so much. And the Live Like Lisa Foundation for their supports and contributions to the arts at Port Richmond as well. Thank you so much. We're going to start our second half momentarily, and at the end of the show, we are going to close out with our raffle winners and our 50-50. The raffles baskets will be called on Saturday. The winners do not need to be present to pick up their prizes. Thank you. Okay, Mr. Scarano and the pit, let's make some noise for them one more time.
So the day after I turned 18, I kissed the folks goodbye, got on the Trailways bus and headed for the big, bad apple. Because I want to be a rockette. Oh yeah, let's get one thing straight. I never heard about the red shoes. I never saw the red shoes. I didn't give a fuck about the red shoes. I wanted to be a rockette because this girl in my hometown, Luella Heiner, had actually gotten out and made it to New York. And she was a rockette. Well, she came home one time to visit, and they gave her a parade. A goddamn parade. I had to throw the baton for 2 hours in the rain. Unfortunately, though, she got knocked up over Christmas. Merry Christmas! And never made it back to Radio City.
Paul,
Sir?
would you step out of line, please? When did you start dancing, Paul?
Not until very late.
Why is that?
I don't know why. I just did it.
Well, what did you do, Paul?
Nothing much.
Come on, Paul. You must have done something. How old were you when you did start dancing?
I was 16.
Well, what did you do up until the time you were 16? I mean, what was your family life like?
Close.
Close brothers, sisters.
2 sisters. One died when I was 14.
How?
I really don't want to talk about it. I mean, why do I have to talk about that?
Lori, can we please sit down? Zach, can the kids sit down now? And smoke! Can the adults please smoke?
All right, everybody take a quick break out in the hall. Paul, we'll try this again later. Cassie, stay on stage, please.
Well, this audition is really interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. What are you doing here?
I need a job. What do you think?
In the chorus?
Oh, Zach, I'd love the part, of course, but I'll take what I can get.
You're too good for the chorus, Cassie.
Too good. I did a couple of dance parts.
You
So
were,
what?
you were featured. You stubbed 2 shows whole. Your career was fine here before.
I can't get a job, Zach. God, you sound like my friends, my fans, acting like I'm some kind of star and don't know it. When the truth is, I've never even came close, and nobody has the guts to tell me. Well, it would be nice to be a star, but I'm not. I'm a dancer. Give me somebody to dance for. Give me somebody to show. Let me wake up in the morning to find I have somewhere exciting to go.
So you're going through a slow period, Cassie. It happens to everyone. Something will happen, though.
That's what I kept telling myself in California, and I kept telling myself that, and telling myself that. Well, nothing will happen. I can't act.
What did you just say?
I can't act, and there I am in California, supposed to be this actress. Well, it didn't take me long to find out I couldn't dance, and didn't take Hollywood long either.
You mean you didn't work out in Hollywood?
I'm sure, rotten part and so part ended up getting cut anyway. Thank God. See, oh yeah, I was the go-go dancer in the TV movie of the week. Commercials! I almost got to squeeze a roll of toilet paper. I lost out in the finals. Isn't that something? 17 years in the business and I end up flunking toilet paper squeezing. See, I was a dancing baby one time. That was fun. We had an earthquake. I got a terrific tan, and I'm sure you heard about.
I did hear you were going out with some digging, being a bit walking around, carrying on.
Well, when you're a woman of leisure, what else is there to do but run around and get a bit wild? Not to mention getting fat, going crazy. Which is why I'm here today, Zach. Oh dear, little pussycat. I need a job. To have something that I can believe in, to have someone to be. You
take you down to the basement and teach them the lyrics to that number. Oh, and send Paul back in, please. Cassie, Gloria learn the lyrics to the number.
You wanted to see me?
Yes, Paul. I really like the way you dance. No, I mean it. So let's try this again. For one thing, you're gonna change your name. Why go from a Puerto Rican one to an Italian one?
Because I don't look it. People always say, you don't look Puerto Rican. You don't look Puerto Rican. But I am.
So you figured you looked Italian.
No. I just wanted to be somebody new.
Why did you want to be someone new, Paul?
Why? Well, I'm not exactly proud of my past.
Paul, that's what the word means, Paul. Past.
That might be easy for you to say, but for me,
Listen.
it's not.
What made you start dancing? Was it your parents?
No. What do Puerto Ricans know about that? Well, my dad loved movies. He'd take us all the time. We worked nights, so he'd come home, and we'd go to 42nd Street. And we'd come out of one movie and go to another, and another movie.
How old were you, Paul?
7 or 8.
On 42nd Street?
Yeah. It was a trip. Well,
Listen, Paul, if this is too difficult for you, I have your picture and resume.
no. Okay. From seeing all those movie musicals, I used to dance on the street. And I'd get caught all the time. God, it was embarrassing. It was always Sid Charisse. Always. Which I didn't really understand because I always wanted to be an actor. I mean, I always wanted to perform. I remember my cousin told me, "You'll never be an actor." And I knew she was telling me this because I was such a sissy. I mean, I was terribly effeminate. I always knew I was gay, but that didn't bother me. What did bother me was that I didn't know how to be a boy. One day, I looked at myself in the mirror and said, "You're 14 years old and you're gay. What are you going to do with your life?" By that time, I was in Conwell Hayes High School. There were 3,000 boys there. I had no protection anymore. A homeroom where I could be charming and funny with the tough guys so they'd fight my battles for me. Like when I went to smaller schools. I liked school. My grades got so bad. Even if I knew the answers to questions, I wouldn't raise my hand to answer them because I was afraid they would laugh at me. But I really didn't want to. I just couldn't take it anymore. See, when I quit school, what I was doing was trying to find out who I was and how to be a man. You know, there are a lot of people in this world who don't know how to be men. And since then, I found out that I am one. I was looking for the wrong thing. I was trying to learn how to be butch. Anyways, someone told me they were looking for male dancers for the Jewel Box review. You know, the drag show. So I go down to audition. And from all those years of pretending I was Sid Charisse, I had this fabulous extension. And they said to me, "You're too short to be a boy. Would you like to be a pony?" I said, "What's that?" "A girl." "What do I have to do?" "Show us your legs." "But I have hair on my legs." "That's okay. Come on upstairs." And they took me upstairs. They brought out a pair of nylon stockings and high heels. It was freaky. It was incredible. I was only 16 at the time, so I hid it from my parents. And I was finally in show business. Nothing to brag about, of course, but without an education, you can't get a good job. And it was a job. 4 shows a day with the movie. The show was going to Chicago, and my parents wanted to say goodbye, and they were going to bring my luggage to the theater after the show. We were doing this number, and I looked like Anna May Wong. I had these 2 great big chrysanthemums on either side of my head, and a huge headdress with gold balls hanging all over it. I was going on for the finale. I was going down the stairs. Who should I see? Standing by the stage door. My parents. They got there too early, I freaked. I didn't know what to do. And then I thought to myself, I know. I'll just walk quickly past them and they'll never recognize me. So I took a deep breath. As I started heading down the stairs, and I passed my mother, I heard her say, "Oh my God." Well, I died. But what can I do? I had to go on for the finale, so I just kept going. Sorry. After the show, I went back to my dressing room. And after I finished getting dressed and taking off all my makeup, I went back downstairs. And there they were, standing in the middle of all these. And all they said to me was, "Please write, make sure you eat, and take care of yourself." And as my parents were leaving, my father turned to the producer and he said, "Please take care of my son." That was the first time he ever called me that.
very funny, Cassie.
You'd already left me weeks before.
Left? I thought we were living together.
No! Sharing the same apartment? Maybe. No, I mean in the real sense of the word, Zach. You left. You were madly in love
I
with
wasn't,
it.
you know I wasn't. I was directing my first play.
You were in love with it. Often the only girl who can speak.
You know how important that was to me, Cassie. If I could pull off a straight play, I wasn't gonna be stuck doing dancing steps for the rest of my life.
Zach, you were never gonna be stuck. You were gonna make sure you did it all. Choreographed, directed, produced, movies, musicals, plays. I knew you loved work. You really get off on it, don't you?
I guess I do. You didn't seem to mind it when we were at that. It was only when we weren't working together.
I can handle not being a part of your work, Zach. I loved you. It's not being a part of your life that got you. You were moving up in the world and you wanted me right there with you. Well, I was a good dancer, but you wanted me to be a star.
Why shouldn't you be? Why shouldn't you be the best you can be? When I got on course, I decided
Zach,
to be
that's not a decision. That's a disease. God! Good, better, better. How can you stand it? I hate it. Going from one show to the next, rehearsing them all 24 hours for the rest of your life. You know, you're not even doing it for yourself. You're doing it to prove something like I was. I was doing it for you. Zach, for you. To please you, to keep you, to get you back. I'm doing it again, but at least I'm doing it for me now. Who are you doing it for?
Voice. Singular sensation.
I'm sorry. I have no right to judge.
One. Thrilling combination.
Why are we doing this? I mean, we must feel her now, aren't we?
One smile and suddenly nobody else will do.
I am.
Good. And treat me like everybody else. Don't feel like you.
Is this really what you want from me?
Yes, Zach, I would. They're wonderful.
But you're special. You're not like them.
We're all special, Zach. He's special. And she's Sheila. Richie. Yes, Zach. I will take the course. I'll take the course if you'll take me.
Zach, who are we gonna hire?
I don't know.
Well, what are we gonna do?
Rick's a tap combination with them.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna put you into your groups. I'll take Connie, Phoebe, Paul, and Cassie. A 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me see some smiles. Not those phony self smiles. I want to see the I love to dance smiles. Paul! Get up, Paul!
What are you doing?
Are you okay? Yeah.
Move out the way. Paul, what's wrong?
Nothing. I just.
Did you pull a muscle? Is it your ankle?
It's not your knee, is it?
An old injury?
Yeah, he just had it operated on last year. It's his cartilage.
Everyone stand back, give him some air.
You should call a doctor.
Who's your doctor?
No, really.
You should call a doctor.
I don't want a doctor.
Paul, who is your doctor?
Zach, call Dr. Sidney Rhodes. 595-3765.
Or call him.
Dr. Sidney Rhodes, 595-3765.
It's gonna be okay, Paul. Just breathe in and relax.
Does anyone have a dance bag or something you could put it under his
Somebody get me a dance bag.
No, I think I just twisted it.
Okay, Paul. Ready? Easy, up.
Ah!
Is that better? do when you can't dance anymore?
What kind of question is that?
I know, but what do you do?
Well, I'll tell you. Because I'm getting scared. I mean, I love being in this business, but one day it hits you. Okay, Richie, you've been having fun for almost 8 years now. But where's it getting you?
A lot of people are feeling that way. They're getting out of the business fast.
There's no security in dancing.
Oh, wait a second.
There's no promotion and no advancement.
Listen, if you're looking for that kind of security, forget it.
No, it's not just that.
Well, what then?
I mean, I could do without that, but there's no work anymore.
Tell me about it. It's true.
Well, sure it is. But isn't that how getting danced?
Oh, please. I don't want to hear about how Broadway's dying, because I just got here.
Well, don't worry, honey. It's not.
Big musicals like they used to, or even if they did. Even if we did on this show, it's gonna close one day. Nothing runs forever, right? Yeah, but that's just how
She's
it is.
right.
And then you have to start all over again. Because the only line you can depend on in this business is the one of unemployment.
Get it, Richie.
Oh, give me a break.
But wait a second, don't you guys want to do something more than just dance the chorus?
Gee, I'm just trying to get into it.
I mean, I want to be something besides the tall, skinny one second in the end. Not that I want to be a star. Hell, I do. Oh, who does? Everybody in the whole goddamn country wants to be a star. Okay, I admit. I want the next Glenn Burden.
When she dances,
something you're gonna have to wait and see.
Right. But if today were the day you had to stop dancing, how would you feel?
Kiss today goodbye. The sweetness and the sorrow. Wish me luck the same tomorrow. But I can't regret what I did for love, what I did for love. Look, my eyes are dry. The gift was ours to borrow. It's as if we always knew. But I won't forget what I did for love, what I did for love. Is never gone as we travel on. Love's what will remain. Kiss today goodbye, and point me towards tomorrow. We did what we had to do. Won't forget, can't regret what I did for love. What I did for love. What I did for love. Love is never gone. Give me volume. As we travel on, love's what we'll remember. Kiss today goodbye, and point me toward tomorrow. We did what we had to do. Won't forget, can't regret what I did for love. What I did for love. What I did for
Before I start eliminating, I just want to say I think you're all terrific. You've been wonderful about going through all of this today. I sincerely wish I could hire all of you, but I can't. Will the following people please step forward? Donna. Greg. Al. Diana. No, wait. I'm terribly sorry. I'm wrong. Back in line, please. Sheila, Connie, and Maggie. To the front line, thank you very, very much, but I'm sorry. To the rest of you, rehearsals begin September 22nd. We'll rehearse for 6 weeks, 2 months out-of-town tryout. Our New York opening will be sometime in January. Be prepared to sign a standard minimum contract with Friday. You'll be contacted sometime next week as to where and when to sign your contract. And I'm very glad we're going to be working together.
Lights. Hey, give it up for these kids one more time. Mr. Curran, I'm going to talk on Danon's mic. I'm going to talk on Danon's mic. Good. So we're going to do a big formal thing on Saturday night, of course, but let's give it up one more time for these amazing. Let's give it up first and foremost, too, for the amazing pit orchestra in front of us. Mr. Serrano also did the vocals with these great harmonies and the singing that you heard tonight. Thank you, Mr. Retzovic and Ms. Woodman, for playing with our students tonight. Our hired business with us as well. Mr. Curran doing the best he can back there with the sound. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Port Richmond Theater Company alumni, Mr. Colin Akapora doing lights. Amazing. And all the tech kids, the names that you see in the book, and I just want to shout out Audra, whose name was accidentally omitted, but all the tech kids, come on out, and we have some in the back as well. As well as our media students that are covering the whole thing, our stage manager, Alexa Wertschy, great job, everybody. Big thank you as well for our assistants to the choreographer. First and foremost, on stage, student assistant choreographer, Miss Julia Aikman. Another assistant choreographer and a Port Richmond Theater Company alumni, Miss Rachel Rosario. Welcome home. And of course, our incredible and fearless leaders of the production, Miss Joanne Walsh-Lowe and Mr. Robert Wilfred. Job well done, my friends. We're going to call the 50-50. Emily, bring it on up. We thank you for this one. This is going to go towards our memorial scholarship for one of our grads that passed, Mr. Bernard Veneziano. We're doing his tree lighting on December the 4th, 5 o'clock p.m. outside in the park over there. And then we have our holiday basket auction happening on December the 7th from 11 to 3. The winner is getting $50 tonight. Thank you. Do not pull the ticket. Read the winner.
614966.
614966. 614966. Somebody in the back. Okay, see Emily afterwards. Thank you so much. You have quite a few more performances to check it out. We're going to be doing this again Friday night at 7, Saturday at 2, and Saturday at 7, and then Saturday night, of course, we'll acknowledge everybody in a bigger way. Give it up one more time for the amazing cast. Thank you so much for coming. And he is in the house tonight. I want to thank our proud principal, Mr. Andrew Greenfield, as well. All right, give it up to them, Mr. Strano. Play us out, brother.
Sensation, every little step he takes. One thrilling combination, every move that he makes. One smile and suddenly nobody else